Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to the Stardust Show, powered by Radio Works World. I have the unique privilege to interview tonight a very special guest, Dr. Mahdu Krishan. Doctor, Your Excellence, what is your life for you? What life means for you? What is the meaning of life for you?
Thank you, Dr. Marina Nani. I'm really privileged that you have connected me all the way from my place to your place in London. And since I know you very well, we had already each other in London, and you know partially many things about me. Already we had a good interaction in London, in the Westminster University, while giving the doctorate degree to you and the awards to you and many of your friends and many eminent personality. I'm really privileged made me to speak in your this radio and in this video program. Thank you very much. Life, I understand that we all human beings are so privileged that we got a life to come to this earth planet. We are alive in this earth planet. First we have come to this earth planet. It's a it's really a privilege for we all human beings. God made us to be born on this earth. Really is a great gift. We all are privileged. We are gifted people, whosoever may be. So this life is not our life. This life is given by God. God made us to be born on this earth for some limited period, maybe for 50 years, 60 years, somebody live 100 years, somebody live even 120 years. Whatever lifespan God has given to us, let us live our life to its full length with the joy, with the happiness, with all kind of gifts which God has given to us, appreciating God. All the creation, beautiful creation which God has created. Even any painter, even any a big artist, when they draw something on the canvas, when they make some painting on the canvas, they give beautiful colors and all, whatever it may be. But the coloring which God has done on the canvas of this earth planet, somewhere green, somewhere mountains, somewhere valleys, some birds are of some unique colors, and the butterfly of some unique color. No painter can paint in such a manner which God has already created for all human beings on this earth. So this life we have to live with the will of God, in accordance with the guidance of God, to love all humanity, to love all our fellow global citizens, because we know that we all are dwelling on the same earth planet. We all human being, maybe human being sometime they discriminate that someone is black, someone is blue, someone is brown, somebody is white in color, and they discriminate. Somebody is speaking some other language, somebody is speaking some other language, whatever it may be. They may speak different languages. Maybe there are a lot of diverse thing in the world, among the human kingdom. But then only one thing is common. What is the common thing? The anatomy of the body, the physiology of the body, working system of the body is same for everyone, whether people live in North America, whether people live in South America, whether people live in Argentina, whether people live in Africa, African countries, or in Australia, or in North or South or East or West. People have the same anatomy, same working system, physiology system of the body, same circulatory system, same digestive system, same excretory system. All systems are same. So this life God has given unto us. This life, by loving our fellow citizens, our fellow global citizens, we have to love them. If we are not loving our fellow citizens, if we are not honoring our fellow citizens, it means we are not honoring God, because they are created by the same God who created me and you. So if we hate others, it means we are hating God. Life means we have to love all the people, all the global citizens, even all the creations which God has created for we all human being only. That I understand about the life. Thank you, Dr. Nani.
Wow, Your Excellency, it's so much wisdom in what you are saying, and you have tremendous love for people. You meet total strangers, you help them, you pick them up, you lift them up, you inspire us all, and yet is so much mystery around your own life. I know you don't get your strength from having a lot of help. Your strength is coming from your experiences, from your vision, from your desire to be more and help more. Could you please take us back into your childhood and tell us more about the very first years of your life? How were you as a child?
Oh, thank you, Nani. You are reminding me of my childhood days. It is so thrilling. I'm really excited. In fact, I had, sometime I used to, sit and think about my childhood. And thank you that today you have reminded me. Let me tell you, the geographical place where I was born, unique place. Sometimes, if you search in the world, you sometimes may not be able to detect or may not be able to find out where is the place. I belong to a island. The name of the island is called Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These islands are very small island group of 553 islands situated in between Burma and Indonesia and the side of Thailand, the coastal area of the Thailand on the right hand side, and in the Bay of Bengal. So this is the geographical location of my island. And let me tell you a little history. My birthplace is directly connected with United Kingdom. Let me tell you the truth. How it is directly connected with the United Kingdom? Because Andaman and Nicobar Island, the biggest prison, the biggest jail was constructed ruling Southeast Asian countries also like Malaysia and Singapore and other places also. So they were sending the political prisoners mainly those for the freedom, those who were in the freedom fighting movement. Those freedom fighters in the jail called jail in Port Blair in Andaman Nicobar Island. On, let me tell you, my grandfather, he was also a freedom fighter. He was a very hardcore freedom fighter. He was, in fact, before by the British government from the mainland of India, and at that time they wanted all the hardcore freedom fighters away from the mainland of India. So they have father in exilement there in Port Blair in the prison, and the history says that 90% of the prisoners, the political prisoners, the jail, the cellular jail, 90% people cannot come back alive because most of them will be there because of the malaria, because of yellow fever, and because of the torture which the British government, which in the jail they were giving. They were making the people. I don't want to talk about all the tortures and the punishment which the freedom fighters were getting. It is very pathetic scene. It is inhuman things, and it is. It will take me to another topic now. I'm not going to talk on all those issues, but yes, my grandfather, all the stories, how he was in the jail, and during in the year 1901, my grandfather was arrested and he was sent to Port Blair in Andaman Nicobar jail, in cellular jail, and then he was there for many years. Maybe for more than 30 to 40 years he was in the jail of the Port Blair. and my generation started, because these islands are around 1,500 miles away from the mainland of India, in the sea. So nobody can come back. Even they cannot swim and come back. In those days, there was no such arrangement was there. So our generation started from my grandfather, and then when India got independence, and even my grandfather, they could not, group of people, they could not come back to their native place back in the mainland of India. So they started living there only, and all the life started there only with a small group of people. And then my father was born there, and then I was born from my father. So that way, that island, even now also, if you go to Google, if you find out, you can just see, you write down that cellular jail, the prison cellular jail, and all the British histories and all, you can find out, how terrible it was, and how difficult situation it was. And the situation, how bad situation was, because those days, even now also, the Aboriginal tribes were there. The Aboriginal tribes, 6 Aboriginal tribes are there. If people come out from the jail, even if they walk a few distance, a few kilometers, they'll be killed by the Aboriginal tribes. Now also, in this age also, some group are still, they are naked, they don't wear any clothes, they kill the people with the bows and arrows. But now it is not much. But 5 years, till 5 years back, till 7 or 8 years back, many people were killed by these Aboriginal tribes. So this is the situation in that area. But when I was born, the situation was good. The situation was not very tough. But yes, because of these Aboriginal tribes, there was a threat of life every day. We never knew, if we are sleeping, we are going to be alive the next day morning. We were not knowing that. Had during my childhood. And since my grandfather was a government servant, so he was also transferred. Government service, every 2 years they have to go to some other island, and some other island, like he was transferred on the government job. So we were jumping from one island to other island to other island like this, and in a very difficult situation. I'll tell you, my childhood, we had never seen any kind of modern gadget or any kind of things. In our days, there was no radios was there. There was no even transistors. I've never seen the transistor. First time when I saw a transistor, guy, oh, what is this? I mean, a music box, something is some amazing, something, some sound is coming, some people are singing. I still remember, for going for my class 1 study, first class, the class grade 1, we say the class, first class, or the class 1 study, walk from our place in through the jungle, in the lot of to the school, around 10 miles. So walk every day morning, and again we have to come back in the evening. And today I'm a big scientist. I got the best scientist award in the year 1993, 1992 and 1993. I was declared as the best scientist. I became a popular and a big scientist. But my childhood, you can understand, I had to walk for 10 miles. Were animal, they were cobras. Sometimes they bite. Many people were killed because of the cobra bite, poisonous cobra bite. I grew up in that kind of tough situations. Anyhow, when we came to the main capital city of Port Blair, the situation those days was little better than the other thing, but there was no electricity those days, and we had to live in, we have to, there was no candle also. Sometimes the candle was there, but we had to live on this kerosene oil, with the kerosene oil, with the laltane and kind of things and all. We used to study, and that way we were living in the situation. But very good thing was, I had 5 sisters, and we were 2 brothers. We were total 7, member in the family. I had one of my elder sister, 3 sisters before me. I'm in middle, and then again three sister, two sisters and one brother. Total seven people we are in the family. The fantastic thing is that my sister, one sister was, just one class up above me. So what all she study, I used to hear because she used to study, by in a loud voice. I used to hear. So when I go to the next class, I used to be top in the class because already I have learned through my sister. So I was always top in the class, number one rank most of the time in my school, in my class. It was going on like that only. So in that way, my childhood was there. We have not gone for any gym. We have not gone for any big kind of modern things like there's no such facilities was there. But yes, we were playing like football. We were not knowing about any other games and all. But yes, football and all, we were just playing. Sometimes we played football with a coconut because there was no ball. So with coconut, we used to just play in the field, in the paddy field, and all those things and all. We used to be. My father was a very big person with having so much of agriculture field. He was botanist and he was making so good things. So we had a lot of big fields and all. So we used to play with a coconut. Sometime like this kind of thing we used to play among all our sisters and some of our workers that way only. So I had a very childhood, but then we have never given up. My parents, I really would like to give honor and thanks to my parents. The value of studies. Time, many other our classmates and all, they would drop standard, after fourth standard, many after fifth standard, nobody has gone because after fifth standard we have to go to the senior school. Many were dropouts. But my parents, we all brothers and sisters to the school in a very tough way, and we all studied. All of our brothers and sisters are in a very good position. They are in a nice position today only because of my parents. They have given us such a good culture, such a good approach for us to go for the studies. And we studied, and as I told you today, I'm in a world. In scientists. All glory to God and thanks to my parents. Thank you. There are many more things to share. I remember still one thing is coming into my mind. Yes, I remember because there was some place in this thing we had to cross the river in one place, not for me, but our classmates. So they had to cross. There is a place in my island called Rangar, this thing, and there was a river, was Pichad Nala, something like that. It was there. So one day, because there was heavy rain in our island, Andaman Nicobar Island, those days we used to have 8 months of rain only. So most of the time it would be rainy season only. And in the rainy season also we used to go to the schools and all without any umbrella and all those things about there. So what happened? So they had to cross the river bank from one bank to other. So in one small boat, maybe near about 20 more students were there. They had to cross, and suddenly the boat, capsized, and many of our students, they died in the river, in that river only. Oh my God, those days for more than a month, me and my elder sister and all, we were crying and crying and crying, and the situation was so tough. We really had, I still now remember those days. And then my mother thought that this island, maybe it's not good for us. Then she forced my father to get transfer, and then we came to went to other island. There are so many such incidents, but we have never stopped our studies. We were, continuing. We are going in this tough condition. Also, we were going to the schools almost every day. Dr. Marina Nani, for reminding me my school days, my childhood. Thank you very much.
Wow, I'm so I feel so blessed to listen to your story, and I know that life is what you make of it, and I understand that it's never been easy for you. And just thinking that you had to walk for 10 miles, that alone says it all. So
the 10 miles also from the wilderness where the cobra, snake was there, where wild elephants were there, where all wild animals were there. Anytime they can come and kill us. In that situation we were in.
So I know that life is just a fascinating story, and I know that a very small percentage of your life is about what happens, but the rest, the majority of your life, if you imagine life as this big circle, let's say 90% is about how you react to what happens. So I know there were lots of challenges, you turn them into great opportunities, and you yourself, you become the opportunity you seek. You are the best example that in life is all about helping others see what is available for them, and you are just doing that with such ease, as if it's nothing, and yet you are changing people's life. You met thousands and thousands of people, and you help every single one of them, regarding where they were coming from. For you, everybody is unique, everybody is beautiful, everybody is your friend. I know it's going to be very hard for you to remember all the people you met, but what are the people you met and they change not only their lives, but they change other people's lives because you helped them at some point?
Okay. So you want me to name some people, those who made some remarkable change or transformation in my life?
Yes, why not? Can you do that?
Yeah. So yes, I have some good number of list of such people in my life who made, a transformational changes in my life. First, my own mother and my own father. Yes, they were so wonderful people. As I told you, in such situation, such difficult situation, my grandfather was a freedom fighter, and then he never wanted to go back to the Milan because he spent around 40 years of his life in the prison in that time. So he thought to continue his life till the end, very end, in the same situation, in the same place, in a very difficult situation. And my father also took up the same kind of thing, though my father was a good sportsman also. He continued the same. And my parents, my mother, they taught us also that how to live in such tough and difficult situations. So I would like to just, first of all, in the first position, the first step, I would like to give my 100% mark to my mother first, and also to my father, who made us to live with all such challenges, in the midst of many challenges, to how to live and how to continue our study, and the importance of the study, in the importance of our, the culture they have taught us. So I'm really thankful. They brought, remarkable changes as we were growing and all, and they brought remarkable changes in my life. And then the second thing also, like when I went to the schools, and some teachers, some school teachers, though we have many teachers, but some teachers, they impact, more, they impact more in our life. So my stand of first class teacher, when I went for the first one teacher, his name was Mr. Ramesh from School Line. The name of the place is called School Line. So I was really impressed by him, and he taught me how to write, 1, 2, 3, and all. Yeah, one more thing also. In our days, we were not learning alphabet A, B, C, D. We were not learning in class 1. We started learning alphabet only in class 4th or 5th, alphabet A, B, C, D. In class 1, 2, and all, our Indian language, those language only, we were learning that. So he taught me that. So he brought some impact in my life. Then when I grew up, there is another one teacher was there, Mrs. Habib was there. So she also brought a lot of changes, and she impacted in my life. I would like to mention about her also in my life. She has given a very good, she was a very good teacher, and she gave me a very good way how to study and how to become a good man and all those things. So really, I would like to mention her name, Mrs. Habib. Her name is also there. And then in the higher standard, in the high schools and all, when we grew up in the higher school, there was one more teacher was also there. Mr. Bakchi. He was a physics teacher, so he has created about physics and the science, interest in me, because he was teaching us so well. So Bakchi sir, because today I'm a scientist, big scientist, only because of my physics teacher. Because of then my chemistry teacher, Mr. Purohit, was also there. So that way I would like to mention some of the name, those who impacted in my life. And I had number of friends. One friend I would like to mention, when I was in higher standard, in class 10th and 11th, I met a good friend. His name is Mr. Himadri Bahaduri. He lives now in Delhi. So he became my very close friend, dearest friend. And because that was our youths, we were in the teenage that time. So that during the teenage we make some mistakes also. We were a little bit this thing, but anyhow we were those days. See, now I remember, me and my that friend Mr. Himadri, there was a park. We both used to go there and we'll practice how to lecture, lecture in as if we are a leader. We are giving lecture, yeah, as if somebody, a lot of people are standing there, and we are giving lecture. So we wanted to become a leader kind of thing. So, and exactly, we were practicing in the school days, and I became a global leader. Now people know me as the global leader of peace. United Nations gave me also the award as the best global leader for the peace. And last year Barack Obama also gave me a very high award as the US President's Lifetime Achievement Award for me, for my work in 77 countries for establishing global peace. But I learned all those things in my school days with my friend Himadri Bahadri. There was a statue of one of our Indian big historical man by name Subhash Chandra Bose. Just like he was a parallel leader like Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was from Congress, and he was also, Subhash Chandra Bose was also earlier as the president of Congress, but he became a very top leader. So under the statue of Subhash Chandra Bose, me and my friend Himadri Bahaduri, we used to give lecture like a leader, in Marina Beach. The name of the beach was Marina Beach, the name of the place. So there in that. So my Himadri Bhadri, even now also, he's my loving friend. After a long time, we were disconnected. Me and my friend, we were disconnected for many years. But then through my wife, once again, I met him, and now we are in regular touch with him. And in the college, when I came from my college, basically I'm an engineer, civil engineer. So when I came from my civil engineering, I came away from my home and from my island, 1,500 miles away from the island, and I was in the mainland of India. During that time, some Ethiopian friends were also, they came to my college. So the Ethiopian friends, 40 of the Ethiopian friends, they came for the first time. They came in my college, in my same engineering college, and they all were also in the civil engineering. Not all, but yeah, maximum. Someone was from in civil engineering, someone was in electrical engineering, and a few were there in mechanical engineering also. But my classmates, many of them were civil engineers. So the fellowship with my Ethiopian friends, I cannot forget their contribution in my life, in my college days. Like Dajani, there is a name. Like Taketel, there is another one brother, one name is there. And like John, there is another one name is also there. So like my friends, they have also brought transformation in my life. And that was the life like in the college. That was the life like, and then we were going to the career, So my college days also, I had a wonderful time in my college days. And also I would like to mention my roommate. His name is Ajay Singh Panwar. Now he became the commander in the Navy. So he was my roommate. Wake me in the midnight, 2 o'clock. Ago, so I used to be tired sometimes. But then my friend, my roommate used to wake me up and make me to study in the midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I would like to mention his name, Ajay Singh Panwar, and also Surinder, Yanavalu, and also I would like to mention my very close friend Rangareddy and Sanjay Jain. They were my very, very close people, close friends in my college days. There were many other people like Vidya Sagar and many other good friends like Ashok. All of them are now big engineers, very big engineers. They're in the top rank in so many places and all. Ashok was also there. Like this, there are some people, those who remarkable impact in my personal life. I would like to thank. I don't know, many of them I'm not connected now, many of them, but of course there are some people I'm connected. But if they hear me through your radio, and if they are getting connected with me from once again back to me, I'll be thankful to God and thankful to you that my classmates, my engineering students, those who are with me in my college, I'll be thankful to you also, Dr. Nani, if through you, if I'm getting connected with my old friends, my college friends. Thank you very much, Dr. Marina Nani.
Wow, Your Excellency, it's so exciting to hear, and just thinking of all the people you learn from it, all the people who learn from you, and you are a true inspiration. You are not only the ambassador of peace, but you are the teacher of peace. Because I was listening to you, I was learning so many amazing things. It's almost like you found the holy grail of inner peace. You realize that life isn't about finding yourself or finding things or finding goals. Life is about being at peace with yourself, being at peace with who you are, creating your personality, your destiny, your time on this planet, which is limited, to match and align your emotions. And you are a very passionate teacher. You are inspiring us to believe that peace starts with you. What do you think is possible for people who feel restless, for people who feel angry, for people who don't have the wisdom of finding their inner peace? What do you think is possible once they go through the process of learning inner peace?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Naini. I'm really thankful that now you are touching my subject, which I am practicing now from past many years. See, things. As a engineer, I was a successful man, a successful engineer, built many bridges, built many tunnels, built many defense project, the government's project. I was satisfied, big money I had, and all those things was there. A big successful man as an engineer, as a scientist, I was successful. But then, when I realized a day, my own fellow scientists, my own people of science and technology, they are instead of the humanity, they have become a killing machines. They are inventing nuclear bomb. They're busy making nuclear bomb. They're busy making chemical bomb, chemical weapon, biological weapon to destroy the humanity. Oh my God. I realize what these my fellow scientists, my own people, they are doing it. We are not meant for this kind of things. As I already mentioned that earlier, that we have come only for a limited period of span of time on this earth planet. Maybe 60 years, some of us may live, maybe 70 years, 80 years, 100 years, 120 years, whatever it may be. And this earth, which has been created by God, if we don't make this earth planet as a better dwelling place for we people, for our children, for our coming generation, then what is the meaning of life for us on this earth planet? Just like a normal people coming, earning, doing busy in the business, busy making money and all those things and all, and going back without doing anything for the society, without doing anything for the community. I was so restless. I could know this is not the way for them. Group of people, a small group of people of like-minded scientists, science background, people from academicians, other people also like in the teaching background, and also from various community. We made a small group of people, and then we started working to build up a transformed community of peace loving, peace living, and peace practicing. I repeat, a transformed community of peace loving and peace practicing. If we say, if we kill someone, if we are planning to, talk or dishonor a man, it means we are dishonoring God, because that man is also created by the same God, me and you. So we have to love the humanity. We have to love our fellow citizens. If we cannot, give them anything, let us not destroy them. So we started building up a transformed community, a transformed civilization of peace loving and peace practicing. See, many people may talk about peace, good, I'm happy. Many people may say, we want to live in peace, very good, that should be there. But then when practicing comes, they don't practice peace. Peace living and peace practicing. We should build up a community of peace loving, peace living, and peace practicing community. We started doing so, and then slowly, gradually, we could achieve the target. And as I told you, I am from a small place called Andaman Nicobar Island. From that place, born in Diglipur Island, a small place called Diglipur. From that place, a really remote place, we reached to 77 countries. We reached with this concept. Of course, this is a topic of the seminar. This is a topic, it will take hours for me to give lecture on the peace and prosperity, love, harmony, and all. The scientific approach, the scientific method, it will take time. But anyhow, because of the time constraint, I may not be able to talk to you on all those aspects. Maybe some other day we'll talk. But then, yes, with this concept, we could reach to 77 countries. Barack Obama, the former president of United States of America, he realized that this man has to be awarded, and then he gave me a lifetime achievement award for me, for my achievements, for establishing global peace in more than 77 countries. From White House, he declared, and that award was given to me. Yes, now we all have a very short span of time left over. Not all, like people group like me and you and our team. We are in the last innings of our life. So let us also do something for the humanity, do something for the society. Let us build this kind of, a community who love peace, who want to live in peace, or who want to practice the peace in the coming days. So with this concept, let us go ahead and let us make more number of people We have seminar, we have training program, we have training program for 1 week, we have training program for 1 month, we have training program for 6 months also, different training programs, workshops, and academic studies and degrees also we have a bachelor degree, we have master degree, we have also the doctorate PhD degree, we have honorary degree also. We honor high reputed people like yourself, like many other people, those who are doing a remarkable social activity, social work, to the in the grassroots level. We honor them also with the honorary doctorate degree also. Like this, we are now reaching with a target of 30,000 to teach and trade and transform minimum of 30,000 peace builders every year. We are making including from South America to the entire world, North America, or all the 5 continents. That target. Now, your group, Madam, Your Excellency, Dr. Nani, you have joined with us. Your group has joined with us. You're having a wonderful team. I was so much attracted and touched by your team. All your team, all your people are so loving people. They have the passion, the real passion, not a Hippocratic manner. There are people in Hippocratic manner maybe talking, but you and your team are really having the passion to work for the humanity, to work for the peace and prosperity, to work to unite people in midst of the diversity. I am really attached and attracted. I am in deep love with your organization, with your team, and with you. And I want to work with you in the coming days. Also, already we are working from past 1 year. We are already working together in this field. Yes, let more people also join with it, because we have 7.3 billion population of the world. India itself is having 1.3 to 1.5 billion population. We cannot reach. One small group of us, we cannot reach. Let us make our domain, let us make our group very big group, that more people, like-minded people, come also join with us, and let us go. We have started, we are doing this work in a very beneficial manner, in a very effective manner. We are the people, we are in the ground level when there are disasters. Our team, when there are war victims, our team, we are there on the ground. We go there on the ground with the love of God. We manifest the love of God. And with that love, we go over there. When the tsunami disaster came, we adopted more than 10,000 families. And we adopted more than 10,000 families, not in one place, but in several places and in some islands. And then at the end of 1 year, we first kept them in the intermediate shelter, and then we built more than 10,000 houses, and we donated them. We have donated to them, and it was inaugurated by the Home Minister of India, and we donated to them. And for that, Government of India also gave me a very prestigious award in the Republic Day of India, and also a title was also given to me as Pride of India. So this all okay. I'm not for the title. I'm not for the award. I'm not going for this thing. Yes, people recognize me. I'm happy for that. In European countries, they have installed my statue in bronze. I never told them to install a statue, but then they have written as a peace ambassador of the world, and like this, they feel happy for that. Okay, for me, not a problem, and they honor me with such kind of great kind of things and all. I'm happy for that. People are recognizing our work, our teamwork. So we want that our more number of team, more number of people will come and join with us, not for the award, not for the name in the magazine, not for the name in the front page, not for or any other things and all. Yes, one day your name will be there, because inside we are the stardust. You are the stardust. We inside the star is there. Inside the quality, the leadership quality is there. Inside, right from the childhood, we have the leadership quality. Yes, now in the coming days, through you, like through Dr. Nani, you are now giving us a chance to, to sharpen our leadership quality, to make it, to polish it, and to make it like, glittering gold. Like, okay, this is your job, and you are doing it so wonderfully. Bringing many people, the people, those who were doing good job, but they were behind the curtain. You're doing it. You're highlighting them. You're bringing them to the society. You're bringing them in the media. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you for doing such a great work, Dr. Nani. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow, Your Excellency, it's so much. I'm taking notes and I'm learning all the time from you. So your life went from being this courageous, scared but very courageous child who had to walk for 10 miles and make friends with, not necessarily with people, but make friends with very dangerous um, animals while walking to be able to survive and reach your destination. And then you become an engineer. And as an engineer, as a scientist, you've been part of massive projects, and you were part of teams who were designing and building bridges. And now you are going to the
Yeah, there
next.
are one example is coming to my mind. When the tsunami disaster came, see, some big buildings, the government, we built the government buildings, and big projects, my turnkey project, which was built by me, all other buildings have collapsed. They have become like, powder. But still, my buildings are standing there. Many news media, after the tsunami disaster, they went and they took the photo. How these buildings are standing till now? All other buildings have collapsed, become powder. The tsunami disaster with this 30 feet, 100 feet of, the tidal waves. Then they discovered who built this. At last, they came to know Dr. Mahdu Krishan has built this building. I rejoice
Wow.
sometimes. Really, it's a good thing that God gave us that talent, that skill, that to do such remarkable work. But then ultimately I understood the concept of life, that we have to build a community, build a transformed civilization of peace loving, peace living, and peace practicing community. And I started doing that thing. Glory to God. Thank you, Nani.
Wow. So from building bridges who stand any
Yes,
storm, and when everything else
yeah,
collapses, your bridge is still there. You start building
yes,
another kind of bridges, more powerful
yeah,
even than the bridges you build and are still up. And the bridges you are building now are peace bridges. And you
yes,
connect one generation to another, you connect one country to another, one continent to another, and you
yes,
you leave no stone unturned. You stay true to yourself. You are always open to learn what people have in their mind, and about their vision and how they could transform that vision into real prosperity, into their own reality. And you work so hard, you are restless, you are always going somewhere, helping somebody. If it's a disaster area somewhere, you are there first. And when nobody else believes that is possible, you stand up into your own light, and you believe it's happening, and it's happening, and it's going to last. It's just a massive inspiration for one person to share all this amazingness, all this strength, and it's not only strength of character, but it's strength of spirit, of vision. And you believe that building the community locally is impacting the whole world globally, because you can't be in one part of the world having a good life while others are suffering, are starving. There is no running water, there is no roof above their heads, their kids are starving. It's not possible for a human being to enjoy life ignoring others. And what I learned from you, and you inspire me so much, I learned that giving makes you feel abundant. The more you give, the more abundant you become, because you
yes,
realize that you are resourceful as a human being, and is just a question of when are going to accept how amazing you are, how gifted you are, and when are going to deliver your best version of yourself. I don't know where to start telling how inspired I'm by your works. And I know you have a big goal in your mind, and I know you already helped thousands of people. And I just wonder, because this is the first episode of which is going to go into your book, and we have another 4 episodes to record. And I just wonder, what is your key message when it comes to peace?
come to peace, the theme message. See, the peace is the mission of God. It is not our mission. God is love. God made us to be born on this earth to love others, to love his own creations. God has created this earth and all the things so beautiful. We have to appreciate God. We have to love the creation which God has created. Human being is also one among them. So we have to love the human being, our fellow citizens. They are like us only, having the same finger, mouth, eating system, digestive systems, and we have to love them. They are from our community, that human kingdom they are. So the love is the mission of God, because God is a God of peace. God is God of love. He is God because he is a God of peace. He loves us. He loves his people. So if at all we want to become the children of God, we also have to cultivate the same culture, the same habit, the same thing which God wants us to have, that thing. That is to love people, to love with the nature, the love your own things and all. Okay, not to make. Sometimes our own people. There are places like there are man-made disasters are there. Natural disasters, okay, that is not in our control. But then man-made disasters are happening there. Okay, so then we have to tell them that what you people are doing is not right. It's not way. We have to protect, give the protection to the other our own community. Like as I already mentioned you, that the tsunami disaster was an eye-opening for many people, because we have seen that tsunami, because that tsunami was generated from 100 miles away from my island only. So the first wave of the tsunami came to my island, to our island only, to Andaman and Nicobar Island. We have seen the disaster from our own eyes. Any rich people, whatever it may be, they are no more today. They've gone. Money finished, gone. Big building, they have become like powder, has gone. So why we should be like a hypocritic, like to run? Okay, money is required. I understand. This is a basic need. Things are required. Basic need, basic requirement, or materialistic things are required. It's okay. But then beyond, if you have come to a status that when you can eat one bread and you can give to some other people two more bread, why you're not giving? Why you're not loving your other people, those who are underprivileged, those who are like those who are really destitute, those who are having no resources to even to have one time meals in the world today? We know the statistic. People are starving. People are dying because of the hunger. They're dying because of so many kind of diseases, and all those things are there. Why, if so you cannot go to the spot physically, why can't you help through the organizations like our organization? Like there are many other organizations are also, world level organizations are also working in that manner. Yes, support the humanity. This way we can establish a global peace. The concept is, we are not safe. If our neighbors are in trouble, the trouble will come to us also. If the fire is there in my neighborhood, the fire will come to my house also. If our neighboring country, they are disturbed, if we don't resolve the problem in time, that thing will come to us also. The conflict will destroy our country also. In the same manner, like suppose we sometimes ignore, we don't take the timely action. We ignore many things. Oh, it's not, why I should go, why I should poke my nose, why I should go interfere and all. But then ultimately you will be suffering one day or the other, because that will come to you also. The things will spoil even our own home and our own family also. So yes, now the emerging issues are there in the society. If we are unable to give employment to the youths, now the major force, the major populations in the world are of the youth. All youths, they are now, because the education system is good in many countries, is developing, they are getting educated, but they are not getting the job. So if we, the like-minded people, if we, the thinker, the right good thinkers of the society, of the country, if we don't resolve the employment problem of the youths, ultimately those youths, what they're doing for their belly, for the livelihood, they go for an alternative method of livelihood. And what is that alternative method of livelihood? They go for drug selling, they go for killing, they are hired by terrorist group of people to go and kill somebody, to put bomb somewhere. They work for a small penny because they don't have the money. Their mind is totally disturbed. The mind is totally corrupt of the youths. Who are responsible? The government is responsible. The people, those who are the policy makers, they are the responsible. They don't address the problem of the youth at the right time. We as a country, whoever may be sitting in any country, the top head, like prime minister, presidents, and the ministers and all, they have to address the problem of the youth. Correct time, right time, the livelihood has to be given to them. Right job has to be given to them. A highly educated person, we cannot tell them when he's highly educated, we cannot go and tell them to go and work in the field, something, or to go and work as a mechanic, or to go and work as an electrician. They cannot work in that way. For though I respect everybody, any work is good. We have to respect all men, all trade. We have to respect. But then, in a and if our youths are disturbed, do you think that the peace will be there in the country? There will be no peace in the society because youths are disturbed. No livelihood for them, no food for them, no nothing. They don't have the good scope. They go for the drug. They don't go for killing people. They're becoming terrorists. They're hired, paid for becoming terrorists. Do you think the peace will come? No. So that is not only talking about peace. That is not the solution. Practically, resolving the social problem. We have to go to the depth of the society to understand the problem of the society. If if our youths are getting proper job, they are satisfied, their family is satisfied, why they should go for the drug selling? Why they should go for becoming like a terrorist? Why should they should go for that? They will not go for that. So we government people, in the sense, we people, those who are sitting on the top position, and also the policy makers, also the government authorities, we have to take care of our thing. Then only we can establish peace in the society. Only the name peace. Peace is, it means like mind with God. Do you think the mind of God is to kill? No. Peace means one alignment with the God only. Is a mission of God. God wants peace and love all. We have to cultivate a similar culture in our own self, among our people, those who are in and around us, in our neighborhood, in our neighboring village, in our neighboring town, in our neighboring city, in our neighboring country, in the whole this earth planet. Then only a real peace we can establish. There are many more things I want to say, but time constraint may not allow me to talk more things today on today's show. Thank
Thank
you very
you
much.
so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellence. So before you go, I would like to bring you some good news. So the Stardust Award, which are happening 18, 19 of November 2017 in London, are
Uh-huh.
a privilege of recognizing greatness and recognizing the people of significance who are making a difference in other people's life. So, of
Uh-huh.
course, the Stardust Academy, all our members, all our uh, teachers and professors, all the academics, all the students, they decided that if somebody deserves the Stardust Awards, it's yourself. So I want to congratulate you. And we don't have much time, but if you could for a minute or two accept the award, and we are going to mail it to you, and send your message, which is going to be brought up on screen during the awards on the big screen. So please let us have your message of acceptance of the Stardust Awards.
Thank you, Honorable Your Excellency, Dr. Maria Nani, my beloved co-worker, co-worker of the humanity, my great friend, my motivator, and I can say that you are a great personality, a great peace builder, a great woman of God. Today, you have given me the chance and opportunity, the privilege to talk to the multitudes of the people through your program, and I accept really with the depth, from the depth and core of my heart, this honor of Stardust Award. Though I know that I don't run behind the award, but then since you have given me this honor, humbly, most humbly, I accept this award personally, and I would like to express my thanks and gratitude from the depth and core of my heart to Your Excellency, Dr. Maria Nani, and the whole of your team, those who are working with you. I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to all of them. I know the name of many, but now this it will take a long time for me to pronounce the name of your team members. I'm really thankful to you. This award is going to motivate me and my whole academy, the Academy of Universal Global Peace. It's not only that you are going to give me, I as a founder and chairman is receiving this award, but how, why am I receiving? I am receiving this award because of the hard work of all my fellow workers, my own co-workers of academy, those who are in 77 countries. We have branches in 77 countries. So on behalf of all the 77 governor of our organization in 77 countries, want to express our thanks and gratitude to you, Your Excellency, Dr. Marina Nani, and also to the whole of your team. It means today 77 nations are giving thanks and gratitude to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. God bless you.